Hey guys, it's me Jelly once again and welcome to my YouTube channel. Sa mga first time po sa YouTube ko, my name is Jelly and I'm from the Philippines. And right now I am living here in Japan and I've been living here for 5 years. So for today's video, I want to share about my life story for the past 5 years here in Japan. So please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you'll be notified for my future video upload. Okay, so as you guys all know, if you have been following my videos, I started as a student here in Japan. So, paano nga ba ako nakarating dito sa Japan? Through a student visa program. Kasi po, before, when I was still in the Philippines, I was already what, 25, 26 at that time, and I was already at the point of my life where I feel like I'm stuck, and I feel like I need to have a bigger income, and I want to I want to fulfill my dreams. And part of that is one of the reason why I came here in Japan. So, noong una, hindi ko talaga balak pumunta dito sa Japan. My first plan was to go to like English speaking country na mag-aral doon. Like for example, because I have so many friends na pumunta ng Australia, tsaka New Zealand or Canada, tapos nag-student visa sila doon. And that was my plan. And it never came across to my mind na pumunta dito sa Japan kasi nga parang I don't wanna learn I don't speak Japanese, so parang ano gagawin ko dito? So yun, so yung first goal ko is pumunta ng Canada because I had a friend before, tapos nag-caregiver siya doon. So parang I was encouraged na parang why not try being a caregiver in Canada? And so, because of that, nag-aral ako ng caregiving sa Philippines for 6 months. And while I was, studying, yung almost finished na kami dun sa program, merong parang nag-introduce sa amin about studying and working and living here dito sa Japan. So, parang nung umattend ako dun sa orientation, parang medyo na-encourage ako. So, parang it was really nice. So, doon napunta yung idea na, okay, why not mag-Japan ako? Kasi when I check the tuition fee, yung mga gastos and everything, versus sa pagpunta ng Japan versus pagpunta sa mga Canada or Australia or New Zealand, medyo mas mahal. So, yung Japan, although mahalin siya, pero yung Japan is something na I can afford. So, yun, kaya nag-decide ako na, okay, magja-Japan ako. So, start akong umattend ng mga orientation, tapos doon pinag-aral kami ng basic Japanese sa Philippines. Tapos yun na, binigay sa amin yung mga requirements and everything. We had an interview with the parang school na kung saan kami mag-aaral. When it comes to school, hindi actually kami, kasi pumunta ako sa isang agency. So, hindi kami yung pumili ng school namin. Sila yung parang pumili kasi I don't know how did they assign us. So, yung school ko, meron siyang 2 branches dito sa Japan. The name of the school is Hotsuma International School. So, meron silang branch before, way back 2016, 2 branches lang sila sa Tokyo and then sa Gifu. But in this time around, they already have branch sa Osaka. So, yung chinek ko, Tokyo is like the capital city of Japan. And Tokyo is one of the most expensive city in the world. So sinabi ko, hindi naman ako pupunta dito para, magwaldas or anything. So pupunta ako dito para mag-aral and I have to save a lot of money. So, pinili ko yung Gifu na branch kasi nga yung Gifu para siyang probinsya. So, which means, yung cost of living is hindi siya ganun kamahal compared sa Tokyo. So, I chose the Hotsuma International School, Gifu. And so, after that, nag-aral ako for about 3 months. And while nag-aral ako, we were waiting for the CUE or the Certificate of Eligibility na lumabas kasi yun yung parang magiging paraan na or magiging go signal na pwede na kami mag-apply ng student visa. So it was really not was this easy because as I mentioned in my previous video na medyo mahal siya yung gastos na pupunta dito. So roughly around at that time way back 5 years ago, that was 2016. So yung ginastos ko lahat-lahat, yung kasama na yung 6 months na tuition fee and 6 months na apartment, yung mga processing fee and everything, yung mga bayad sa agency, bayad sa plane ticket, mga around almost 400,000 pesos yung nagastos ko doon. Yes, so ganun siya kamahal. Yes. So, yun. So, after nung dumating na nga yung visa namin, so lumipad na kami dito sa Japan. So, that was October 12 of 2016. So, I was like, this is it. And when I first came here, there were so many things na yung bago talaga sa akin. So, it's my first time na pumunta sa ibang bansa, although I'm used to like living alone and living independently, iba pa rin yung tipong malayo ka talaga, like hindi ka basta-basta makakauwi sa inyo kasi nga malayo. So it will take 4 hours to travel from Philippines to Japan. So plus papunta pa dun sa province namin, so medyo malayo talaga siya. So yun nga, so nung pagpunta ko dito, nag-aral ako and marami akong natutunan. Nung una, natatakot akong pumunta sa mga supermarket or pumunta sa bangko kasi I don't speak Japanese. Like, I only know like basic Japanese, like basic greetings, yung mga ganun lang. Pero yung tipong mag-open ka na bank account, hindi ko kaya yun. Kasi wala talaga, yung very low talaga yung Japanese ko. And at that time, since hindi ako marunong mag-Japanese, I just felt very lucky kasi yung school namin, sila yung naghanap ng aming part-time job. And with my other batchmates sa ibang school, actually, sila pa yung naghanap ng part-time job nila at hindi sila tinulungan ng school. So, I felt very, very lucky and, after mga 2 weeks lang, nag-start na kami ng aming part-time job. So, you might be wondering, ano ba yung naging part-time job ko? Kasi nga, hindi pa ako marunong mag-Japanese at the time. So, we need to be put in a job na hindi nagre-require ng Japanese skills, so which is working in a factory. So, at that time, I work in a factory of like alam mo yung mga salad na binibenta sa supermarket and binibenta sa mga sa mga convenience store. So kami yung parang nagpapack doon. And if you come to think of it, parang vegetables. So kung maiisip mo sa Philippines, parang masukal or parang dirty, ganun, 'di ba? But hindi, ibang-iba dito sa Japan, guys. I was really amazed of how clean the factory is. Very sanitized, very very strict sila sa quality. Ultimong, for example, if the salad is only like, for example, lettuce lang, tapos mahaluan siya ng kahit konting-konti lang na carrots, nako, madidetect siya ng, hindi naman siya may tao mag-check doon. So, pag ma-check doon, may nakitang isang pack na meron lang isang carrot doon sa salad na bag, isa-stop yung machine, isa-stop yung work, and everyone would have to, recheck all the the salad na nakapack, na i-check, i-double check kung meron bang nahalo din doon sa ibang pack na carrot. So, ganun sila ka-strict sa quality. Super, guys. So, I was really like, hands down ako sa quality talaga ng work dito sa Japan. So, ganun ka solid. So, it was a very tough job kasi, for the whole, how many hours ba kami work doon? I think the whole 6 hours. So, the whole 6 hours, nakatayo ka lang doon. So, talagang, I'm not used to like standing for a long time. It was very, very ironic to my previous job before in the Philippines because I used to just sit down because it's an office job. And here, I have to stand up. So, kada uwi ko talaga sa bahay, sobrang sakit talaga nung legs ko, nung paa ko. Ganun siya. But then, as you get used to it, masasanay ka lang at, makakaya mo din. And, at first, yung speed mo dapat, talaga, fast talaga. So, at first, parang medyo mahina pa kasi parang, yung namin is parang may timbangan dito, tapos may isang isang malaking bucket ng mga mixed salad. Tapos kailangan mo yung ilagay yung salad doon sa parang bowl na nandun sa timbangan, and make sure na yung timbang is hindi naman siya sakto but at around this range. So ganun siya. Tapos ilalagay mo doon sa machine na alam mo yun, yung aandar na pupunta doon sa machine na magpapack nung nung salad. So it was really, really an amazing experience. It was my first time. So, yeah. Ang dami ko natutunan doon, yung na ganun pala talaga. Kaya pala yung lahat ng mga tao when it comes to Japan, yung image talaga nila is quality. And I would really say, yes, very, very keen talaga sila sa quality ng kanilang mga products. And then, aside from that, because mahal dito sa Japan. Like, mahal ang mga bilihin. And when I was a student, I was paying a lot of things. I was paying a lot of bills. So, yung isang trabaho lang is hindi kakayanin. So, I had to work, I had to have another part-time job, which is actually not advisable. Kasi nga, bawal. Because you're only allowed to work 28 hours a week. Yeah. So, but, I had to. But the other job that I had, it has to be, parang cash-to-cash basis. Dapat something na binibigay lang sa'yo yung pera, hindi dinadaan sa bank account mo kasi nga mata-track nga yun ng immigration. So, I was very lucky na nakakita ako ng magandang trabaho din, and tinulungan ako ng school ko. So, our school was very, very supportive to us. I just felt very, very lucky at that time. Although mahirap din yung trabaho, I work in a coffee shop. So, yung trabaho ko is nag-a-assist ako dun sa chef, naghuhugas sa mga pinggan and everything. Mahirap din siya. But then, although mahirap, yung mamomotivate ka kasi magtrabaho kasi nga, yung goal mo is, to make sure na makakasurvive ka, and at the end of the program, you're gonna get a working visa. So, you just have to, make sure lang na yung goal mo talaga, yun yung iisipin mo every time na nahihirapan ka. So, to make the long story short, so after nga nung program ko what's this? 1 year and a half ako nag-aral. So, before that, mga 3 months before, nag-start na kaming maghanap ng trabaho. And we were so worried kasi almost end na nung ng graduation na namin. Wala pa rin kaming mahanap. So, kaya nag-resort kami na kumapit sa patalim. I don't know what's the right term for that, but it's not really like a very ideal way to get a working visa, but that's the only choice we have para hindi kami makauwi. Kasi nga kung hindi kami makahanap ng company na magsusponsor sa amin before ng graduation, papauwiin kami ng after ng graduation. So, yung mga senpai namin, or when you say senpai, sila yung mga ahead sa amin. So, yung mga graduate na mga Pinoy din, nagpatulong kami sa kanila. So, may isang agency na nagde-dispatch sila ng mga English teachers sa mga public schools. Parang sila, meron silang associate na yung parang company, dispatch company ng mga ALT, or para silang English teachers sa public schools. Kaso nga lang, in return, you have to pay. So, at that time, we had to pay 300,000 yen. Yes, ganun siya kamahal. And so, buti na lang at that time, meron akong savings, and the good thing is hindi kami pinagbayad one time, and pumayag naman yung may-ari ng agency na i-installment lang yung parang half lang muna yung babayaran, tapos yung the rest ng yung balance i-installment na lang namin. So hindi talaga siya maganda actually kasi ang mahal, diba? 300,000 yen, but wala kaming choice. So, ginrab ko na lang, or namin, yung kasama ko din, na mga kabatchmate ko, yung opportunity na yun. Kasi nga, parang inisip na lang namin, ito na lang yung magiging paraan para makapunta sa next level, kumaga makakapag trabaho kami na makakakuha ng working visa. Because anyway, once we have a working visa, we're gonna have our own salary na hindi na namin kailangan magbayad ng tuition and everything, and siguro mababawi din naman. So, yun, naging English teacher ako sa isang public school. So, from Gifu, yung school na na-assign sa akin is sa Osaka. So, nag-transfer kami to Osaka. And then yun, nagtrabaho ako sa ALT sa isang elementary tsaka junior high school for about a year. And the job was very, very nice. Madali lang din siya. Tapos, kaso nga lang, yung company na yun, hindi siya masyadong ganun kalaki yung sahod. And it's how do you call that? Parang you're paid by the day. So for example, if holiday yung school, like mga, let's say, Christmas break or spring break, ganon, or may summer break sila dito na isang buwan, ibig sabihin, wala ka ding sahod nun. So, nga ka din. So, kailangan mo talagang mag-ipon. And, yeah, it was very hard. So, I was like, no, I'm not gonna be in this company, again for the next year. Kasi, I couldn't live with that, that sahod. So, before mag-end din yung contract namin doon, kasi March siya matatapos yung trabaho namin. Before ng March, naghanap na rin ako ng mga trabaho. So, luckily, I got hired in in an Eikaiwa or conversation school. It's an after school. So, it's like parang after ng school ng mga bata, ng mga elementary or junior high school, pag-uwi nila, pumapasok sila doon sa conversation school to practice their English. Not really to practice, but to learn English, kasi most of them doesn't really speak English at all. So, nagsa-start yung work ko from 2:30 at that time, 2:30 hanggang 8 ata yun. I think 8. Yeah, 8. So, ganun. So, nagturo ko ng yung mga basic English lang, yung mga basic vocabularies. Hindi naman siya talaga yung grammar yung tinuturo ko. So, yun. Nagtrabaho ko doon. So, yung pay din, hindi din siya masyadong ganun kaganda. But then, ginrab ko na lang din. Just to continue. And, kasi nga, compare doon sa previous company ko, medyo mas okay yung sahod. But then, it's still paid by the day. Yung kagandahan lang is medyo mas magaan siya kasi 5 hours ka lang mag-work. So, even if yung sa first hour mo, wala kang estudyante kasi yan yung preparation time mo, or kung absent man yung estudyante mo, paid ka pa rin. Yun yung maganda din doon. So, yun. Tapos, I really prayed so much. Sabi ko, Lord, gusto ko talagang makapagtrabaho sa isang international school, tsaka full-time. So, I was looking online and applying online, and I found this specific company. It's an it's a preschool international company. At maganda yung sahod, maganda yung offer, maganda yung benefits. So, nag-apply ako, and luckily, natanggap ako. And that was a really a big blessing to me. So, yun na. Hindi ko tinapos yung contract ko doon sa yung previous job ko na sa conversation school. So, yung ginawa ko, nag-resign ako. Tapos, yun nga, nag-full-time class teacher ako. So, at that time, first time ko din yung natrabaho. So, wala akong kaalam-alam. I don't have any clue. What I only know is to teach. Yan lang. Pero iba kasi yung way of teaching doon eh. Hindi yung parang mag-teach ka ng mga grammar or everything. Is parang iba-ibang subject. Kumbaga, you learn everything under the sun in English. Parang, for example, kung mag-i-introduce ka ng activity, you introduce it to the students in English. Parang ganon. Tapos, more of like taking care of the kids, daycare, ganon. So, like for example, kasi yung mga estudyante ko is from 2 years old to 6 years old. So, for example, pag nadudumihan sila, so they need to change clothes. So, you need to help them, assist them. So, for example, yung 2 years old, nagnanapi pa yun or diaper. Pag basa yung diaper or nagpupupo, you need to change their diapers too. So those kind of things. And I never experienced like changing someone's diapers, and that was really my first time experience. And just imagine having 18 to 20 kids in one class, and you have to change all those kids. You have to change their their nappies at the same time. So parang very challenging talaga, physically, mentally challenging, like sumasakit yung katawan mo and everything. But it was really a nice experience kasi parang it's an eye-opener for me. I was like, maybe this is like, a way, God's way for me to get ready for the next level if ever na I'm gonna have my own kids in the future kasi, I really wanted to. So, yun. And then, nag-continue ako ng pagtatrabaho doon until, as you guys all know that I'm already married. So, when I got married and then after that, so nag-continue ako ng trabaho doon. Then, yun nga. So that's how my life went for the past 5 years. It's not easy to be in this position. Like, if I have to look back since the day na pumunta ako dito sa Japan, I cannot imagine na parang, oh my goodness, ang layo na pala na narating ko. Although, I wouldn't say na parang, sobrang taas ko na and everything. But, compared to the time na walang-wala, yung parang, what you only have in your heart is just hope. Hope na makakapag-stay longer ka sa Japan. And I don't even have any plans of like really, really like staying here for good. But then God has His own plan, which is, for me to stay here for good kasi nga I found the love of my life and, we wanted to live here. So, yun guys. So, your realization, just don't give up. Kasi, kung meron ka talagang gusto sa buhay mo, gustong mangyari sa buhay mo, you're gonna have to do something about it. So, and with just pray lang talaga, alam mo yung ang daming beses, ang daming mga situations sa buhay ko na mafe-feel ko talagang andyan si Lord. Like, He was always there throughout my journey. Like, for example, kahit nung nag-aaral ako, like, I'm not ready, hindi ako nag-study. Sabi ko, Lord, I'm not ready to do the test kasi hindi talaga ako prepared, hindi ako nag-study. Tapos, pagpunta sa school, yung parang suddenly magsasabi yung teacher na walang test ngayon, yung mga ganong tipo. Or like, for example, yung timing, yung good timing ng trabaho, yung mga ganon. So, pag pag pinipray mo talaga kay Lord, manalig ka lang, and He will give it to you. It might take time, just be patient. Just be patient, and because He knows when to give it at the right time. So, yun lang guys. I really hope na, you learn something about my life and, get inspired about my life. And I want to open up more about, myself to you guys and get to know more, you guys to get to know more about me. So, thank you very much for watching guys, and see you in my next vlog. Bye!